Hello, welcome back. My name is Steve, and today we are going to do another dive into a sewer inspection, as my last video did not have any sound to it. So let's go ahead and hop on down the drain, and here we go. Into the sewer main line through a clean out in the basement. And as we go through here, you are going to see a lot of scale buildup. This in particular section, all the way out to around 30 feet or so, is the cast iron pipe that goes from the clean out under the foundation. On this in particular home, it goes to the front yard instead of back like some of the much older homes. It is definitely very important to get a sewer mainline inspection done, whether you are looking at a previously experienced home or new construction. New construction, they can leave so much just trash in there that you would be responsible for if you didn't have the inspection done beforehand. So I highly recommend getting it done if you are a purchaser. If you are a seller and you don't do generally the standard kind of maintenance on things, then you are probably going to want to do this before you list your home. This is how things kind of turn out after you haven't done it for 12, 14 years or so. As you get to this section here where it makes the transition from the cast iron pipe to the clay pipe, you can see we're going underwater here kind of. It's a small belly, nothing super bad, but still probably something to be aware of being there. And you're starting to see a lot of root intrusion here on the copper pipe as well. But again, something a claw or a hydrojet's going to take out super easily. Each joint you're probably going to see some root intrusion. But the biggest concern that you're going to have right now is maybe cave-ins, bellies, and where it's blockages, so stuff's just kind of backed up. Here we are in another lower spot here, or is it a blockage? It's things to be wary of once again on an older home or even a new build. You're just wanting to make sure that everything's going to be working right and lasting you for quite some time. So we're going to keep on going here. 45 feet into this, got a little drop off there. Again, not a big deal. Everything's still connected and draining. More scale. The clay pipes don't seem to look as bad, but metal does corrode over time, and it definitely grows some scale. It's kind of grody. Here we are at some tonsils in the pipe. This is stuff that will be cleaned out with a claw or a hydrojet either way. But again, if it hasn't been done for quite some time, this is what it looks like. Could be a lot worse also, as we are all about to find out. Again, not too bad here, a little deeper water, but everything is draining. We do get, underwater here at this point, and when they get this pipe all the way, I should probably do it from the pull-out side so that you can see that everything is working right, as it should really. But we're going to go continue on this way and see if we can see some more stuff. Their camera seems to get a little faulty as they go through and bump it around and such as well. Again, underwater right here. See, we're black. I don't know. Maybe it's toilet paper. It looks to me almost like it was off there for a second. But here, this is what we want to see. We have some goods buildup in here, roots, trapping things where it's, creating a backup where it's, looking like you are underwater again. Well, you were there because it's not draining right. But you can see the water flow is picking up a lot since they busted the camera through there. So as we keep on going, we run into more buildup, more underwater areas. at this here is 71 feet, something like that. Well, it's right down there. So you can see that we are, again, covered up, going to blackout. And this is stuff that you really don't want to see on a home inspection sewer scope. You want to see a good flowing line. Or if you do find this, what is the solution? The next step would be to have it cleared by a snake or a hydrojet, to make sure things are flowing. You can see the water flow here is starting to pick up again. So it's not really suggesting that there's a whole lot of issue here, but you can't see. So you need to get it cleaned out to find out for sure. We're going to keep going here. We're getting farther down the line, of course, 95, 96 feet, etc., etc. And we're going to go to the city hookup, which is all brand new on this in particular property. They just redid all that like 3-4 years ago. But we're around, 120 feet-ish where that starts, maybe a little quicker. But you can see, again, as we're going through here, the pipes themselves, for the most part, are not horrible. Yes, I know you're saying, what, are you crazy? There's all these roots and stuff that are growing in there. That's just normal. And once that's cut out, the pipes, again, can last for a long, long time. The roots and the yuck in there. And remember, guys, don't go fishing in your sewer pipe. It's probably not a good idea. You'll probably catch something that you might not want to see. Okay, little gross humor there. I get it. So as we keep withdrawing here, everything's looking good. Water flow's looking good. And definitely not stuff to get all in a workover or all upset about until it is cleared out. A lot of people just jump to conclusions before it's cleared completely, and that's not the best thing to do. The best thing to do is, if this was your sewer scope, I'd recommend going ahead and getting it hydrojetted by a very reputable company, or sending the snake down there with the claw and getting it cleaned out by a reputable company, not a fly-by-night type outfit. Yes, there are a lot of differences. Just because they're licensed doesn't really mean they know what they're doing and how to do it. I've got plenty of video footage of that, but we're going to leave that be. So, again, as it keeps drawing it back, you're coming back, you're seeing the roots again. The farther back he gets, more of the scale build up, more of the, just yuck, right? And as we get back in here closer to, we're right there in the right area, around that 90 feet mark and back. More roots, starting to see it get thicker here. Now these guys do have some trees that are 50 or so feet tall right on top of this sewer pipe. So little roots is, again, not a big deal, but it's something that you want to make sure that you have taken care of annually. Maybe 3 years max, but I'd recommend on a house like this, probably get it done once a year. More root intrusion here. Now here we are. This is where the bigger roots are, and you can see this is where the cameras went black. But you can see it's flowing, right? But for how long? Until this is cleaned out, you can run the risk of having some more, toilet backups and things like that, because that stuff, it just holds on to everything. And yeah, you know what I'm saying. So we're going to leave it at that. Underwater again, I think that it was proven on this in particular home that again was roots and not a belly, even though it looks pretty disappointing right now, right? So again, don't get surprised at your inspection. Be on top of things, get the maintenance done. If you're listing, once again, make sure you have this done before you list. If it's been over, a decade or more, again, get it done once every 2-3 years. That's the best solution. Otherwise, you're going to run into stuff just like this, and it's not good. This in particular home, all of this stuff, if they didn't jump to conclusions, probably could have been resolved for a lot less than what it was. What they did wind up doing to fix this home, they did do the hydrojet. They found a couple of areas on this that they weren't exactly super happy with, so they did go ahead and do the pipe liner on this one, and that's where you heat up the liner and then they blow it back up in there. It's a pretty neat process, really, but it does take a long time. Well, an entire day. So that's about all I have on this. I know it was boring, but hopefully informative. Again, if you are going to list your home, make sure you get your maintenance up to date, and if you go ahead and have it inspected before you list it, you have a fresh inspection there, so it's all ready to go. And if you are buying a home, always opt for the sewer scope. Okay, it's just going to save you money in the long run. If you are a buyer, if you are a seller, it's going to eliminate any surprises. So if you'd like more information and long, boring videos like this one, give me a call. I don't know, like, dislike, do something, comment. I'm going to put this up now. I hope you all have a great evening. And again, keep in mind, more inspections that you do on a home that you are buying, the better. If you're a seller, the more inspections you do before listing, the better, because you are on top of it and know what to expect. We'll talk to you soon. I hope you all have a great evening. It's really just kind of a gross video. But hey, what do you do, right? Right. Oh.